Okay, audio is going. Yay!
Yay! We're excited. We excited.
We excited. Hello, Hannah. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. This is the start of our brand new podcast.
Yay!
A podcast without a name, and we are a podcast without a purpose. So I figured we'd wing it this first episode and see, I guess, what we like.
I mean, we wing everything else in our lives, so we might as well just wing this too.
Basically, I don't know. We'll try to go for an hour and see how well our stamina holds up with that.
Okay, sounds good.
I didn't prepare any topics, so I have no idea what we'll do. Maybe I'll go on Twitter in a second. We'll see what's trending, and we could talk about that.
Okay, cool.
Probably some weird Politico shit, so we'll see.
I mean, we are in a political climate where shit is fucked up anyways, so there's that.
I mean, 9 days until the election. Make sure you get out there. Make sure you get out there and vote. If you haven't submitted your ballot yet, submit your ballot. I did mine yesterday, so I voted, and you should vote too. It is not too late.
It is not too late.
It's never too late. It's not too late.
Oh my God.
Never too late. Oh, jeez.
Oh my God. Let me tell you what I was going to tell you earlier and then told you I had to save it for the podcast.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So
start from the beginning. Start from the beginning so people know what the fuck we're talking about.
I guess, we're starting this out. Tyiler and I are both TikTokers, and for some reason we have found ourselves in the same group of people who love to listen to Yagami Yato. Like, literally, I came into the group, it's been like 3 weeks now? Like,
I don't know.
And we're starting this shit. Like,
I think you came in maybe 2 weeks after I did.
Oh wow, so you're still very new too.
I'm still very I'm very new. I'm still very new to the group. Like, I think like the first week of October is when I joined, and then when I joined that little group of miscreants and hooligans. Hello, hooligans. You'll be listening to this, so hello, hooligans.
I know that they're gonna be like, what the fuck is happening?
Exactly. They'll be like,
so
you said what on that podcast?
We're talking about our friends, but they love us anyways.
But yes,
they don't care.
So,
like, and I recently, like, all of this, like, Yagami Yato stuff happened for me within, like, a month of, let me just quickly tell you how I got even on Yagami TikTok. Like,
you're talking about how you lost your Yagami cherry?
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay, you tell your story and I'll tell mine. Go for it.
Okay, cool. So, I was already sort of on weeb TikTok, and loving life, as one does on weeb TikTok. And so I was watching a bunch of TikToks, and then Hawks came up from My Hero Academia, and anybody who knows anime knows who fucking Hawks is, because how can you not know who the beautiful winged man is? I mean, he's only made, like, it still baffles my mind, dude, that he's only been in 2 episodes and he has such a hold on everybody. Am I the only one that thinks that's insane? He's had less than 10 minutes of screen time.
I don't know if you've read the manga or if you caught up on anything. It doesn't get any better. He's still very much in the background. Everything about Hawks, honey, is still headcanon. There is nothing interesting about Hawks, all right? I may sound like a Hawks hater, but it's fucking true. There is nothing interesting about Hawks.
I'm in chapter 220 right now. I know I am very behind, but it cracks me up.
I hate to break your heart, sweetie, but everything interesting about Hawks is still in your head. So
I mean, but you're speaking the truth. You're not hurting my feelings at this point.
Fuck.
So, anyways, let's get
Go ahead. Talk about.
Try to get back on track. We're getting off on bunny trails, but that's Mirko.
That's
so,
fine.
So, anyways, like scrolling through TikTok, seeing Hawks, and I'm like, oh, he's pretty. Like, of course, he's a beautiful bird man. And so, then I start hearing Yagami Yato's voice for him, and I was like, is that his real voice? Like he's my in Person Who Groove. Is that my voice? Like, it just, I don't know. I was like, oh, this is nice. I like this. And I was just like, was liking the videos, and then more and more and more came up. And I was like, who is Yagami Yato? What is this? And then I see that the newest one on, so like I go to like her YouTube, and I think I'm trying to think of what the first one was that I listened to. I can't remember exactly what the audio was called. I'd have to go back and look it up. But it was the latest Hawks one at the time. And so I'm listening to it on YouTube, and I was like, oh my God. like, what? I was like, this is a thing? Why am I all tingly?
What is this feeling on my insides?
Like, and let me tell you, when I'm listening to these things, I was telling another TikToker about this. I was telling Jessica about this. My hands, for some reason, I get this like, it's like a nerve feeling that like burst through like my hands and my arms. I don't understand or like
it's called being horny. You can say horny. You were horny.
No, like,
or you were having a fucking stroke. That's, you have high blood pressure, honey. You need to get it checked out.
It's not just the left arm, you dingling, like,
that's a heart attack. Oh my God.
No, it wasn't the left arm. It was both. But like, it was just, it's not pain or anything, but like, it's just a tingling sensation. And I was just like,
horny.
Wow. What? I'll let you call it that if you want to.
So you were horny after listening to Yagami Yato.
And I was like,
next.
Wait. So anyways, I'm making this longer than it needs to be. So like, that's just like how it started. And then I found out that she had a Patreon, and I was like, oh, what? So I just like kept going, because I've already have like some Patreons that I follow, and like at the time it was only one, and so I was like, oh well, I can pay like $10 for her, and I was like, oh, I got in like really deep, really fast. I was like on the top of the hill, and I just skateboarded my ass down.
Jesus.
Like, it just went real quick.
That sounds like an addiction.
Yep. So we're just gonna skate.
So you're horny and you were skateboarding.
And listening to Hawks audio.
I'm loving your description of it. It's
you know.
I was so horny I was emulating a stroke.
I mean, how else do you want me to describe that shit?
I don't know. You're
also talking to a person who is still a virgin, and I don't understand how else to describe shit to anybody. So this is how I choose to describe things. I'm awkward and weird, and
fair enough.
There we go.
Fair enough.
That is all I've got.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that's like what started the addiction to Yagami Yato. And then I was like telling one of my friends about it, and she of course has no idea what the heck is happening.
Listen, bitch, you know anime? I fucking love that shit. I know you don't know anime, but I love that shit. All right, there's this person on YouTube who makes sex sounds for anime.
That's pretty much how it went.
You want to know how fucking good it was? I had a fucking stroke, bitch. I swear. It was so good.
That's pretty much how it went. And she was just like, I was like, this character, I love this character so much. I said, and like at the time I was still in season 2 of watching My Hero, because like that's what helped me like restart the whole anime, because I had started it last year and then like a few episodes in got bored with it just because of the fact that like I just wasn't, you know, really into it at the time. I had other shit going on.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, okay, I'll watch the anime and see if he pops up. This bitch not popping up until the last 2 fucking episodes of season 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, when is he going to make his appearance? When is he going to make his appearance? When is he going to show up? And then like because all I saw on TikTok was just the edits and stuff like that,
and all the headcanons and all the
where are you? You know, I knew about Fanon Hawks before I knew about Canon Hawks.
Oh, and how disappointed you were.
How disappointed I still am, because
the problem is that Hawks probably is the most popular character in all of My Hero Academia at the moment.
100%.
And the issue is that he has a story, like Horikoshi, he's got a story written out. And it's just like the reception to a certain character, it's just like, oh shit, this character is really popular. I mean, Horikoshi, you're not listening to this, but I'm going to pretend like you are. Keep doing your story as it does. Do not flesh out Hawks anymore than you have to in the main story. I think in maybe 2 years we might. This is my hopes, and this is my canon, that we could get my headcanon, that we could get a spin-off Hawks, just because there's so much lore behind him being a government hero, that I picture and I hope for like a Suicide Squad esque story with Hawks, and not the shitty version. I mean, an actual good Suicide Squad story where it's just like an elite team of government quote unquote heroes that do shady shit, and maybe Hawks has got a love interest, and it's all tragic. And by the time like the spin-off ends, is the Hawks we know is just a jaded, and he's alone, and you know he had friends but they're all dead, and that's my
the dinosaur book.
All my friends are dead.
All my friends are dead.
But that's the headcanon for Hawks that I have, is that he was just part of a government squad, and it went wrong.
Oh my god. Like, so that's like, I guess, like, is that a headcanon like build up to where he is now, or like after?
Yeah, I feel like up to the point where he meets Tokiyami, Fumikage Tokiyami, is when maybe he takes an interest in a young hero finally, and like, you know, and he opens up because Takayami's so cool, I guess. I don't know. Hawks is, like I said, it's hard to put something on Hawks because there is nothing with him.
There isn't. There's just nothing, like...
There's nothing about him. He does not have interests, okay?
He does... Well, like, the only interest he has is chicken. Like...
He likes chicken, but that's probably not even a real thing about him. He doesn't... There's nothing about Hawks that is real.
It says it in the manga.
Yeah,
like,
but...
In the manga that he likes chicken, but, like, again, his name isn't even on the thing because we don't know what his, like, real name is at this point, you know, besides, or at least in the point where it shows his little character profile or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hawks is going to be as
you drew.
Hawks, unfortunately, is going to be as fleshed out as he's going to be fleshed out. So don't expect him to get better. Don't ever expect him to get better because he doesn't.
Well, and like, okay, so going back to like how all of this started, so like, that had happened. Well, then, like, I start seeing just, like, I mean, I've entered the community now, and I'm, like, I feel like I'm pretty prominent in it just because of the fact that, like, I don't know where all this came.
In the My
Not
Hero
in the
community. Or in the Yagami Yato community?
Both, I guess. Like, anime community in general.
Community. Okay, there we go.
I don't even know. Because, like, again, all of this has happened within a month. I've gained, I don't even know. Like, I had...
Oh, this is new for you.
Oh, 100%.
Interesting.
Like, when I started TikTok and everything, I think I started with like 26 followers. Mm-hmm. And then I drew a picture. Some guy was asking for like a design of a pineapple riding a skateboard wearing sunglasses. And I was like, oh, this will be fun to just duet and see. Mm-hmm. That thing blew up and I gained 4,000 followers. And
Jesus.
I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know I was this cool. Like, it has over 1 million something views still and over 195,000 likes. Like, I was not expecting that at all. And then for a while, my account just like dipped and was just like,
it happens,
out, bro.
It really happens.
Don't do anything. People don't think it'd be like that, but it do.
Yeah. It's fine. Just have fun with what you do, because like don't let that discourage you, because it just happens.
It didn't because at the time, like, I mean, it did a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but then at the same time, I was not posting all the time like I am now, mm-hmm. and I was, just posting randomly, and so I kind of just like didn't really. I was like, well, I'm just gonna do my thing and like do what I want to do, and if people like it, then they like it. If they don't, they don't. And then I found out about Yagami Yato and stuff, and started creating the stickers that I make now, the pet name stickers. And the first one I ever created was Bakugo's. Mm-hmm. And
is that where it all started with you?
I think that's where it all started. And then I created the Songbird one for Hawks, and shit, son, like that like blew up. Uh-huh. And like I just kept gaining. And then I started talking to Jessica, and then because both of us were still under 10,000. I think I might have had like 6,000. She had like 3,000 followers at the time. And again, all of this happened over the course of like a month and a half. Like, I started all of that back in August. Mm-hmm. And now I'm up to, let me check my TikTok and see how many followers I have now. Because I'm still in disbelief, honestly. I'm at 19.4 thousand followers now.
Oh, wow.
Like,
congratulations.
I thank you. I never expected this, and I'm getting ready to put out a Patreon. And I am just floored with how, I guess, like, supportive the community can be. Yeah. Because there are definitely times where it's not supportive, and it's mainly just because of children invading my personal space and telling me to do stuff or telling me what I can and cannot do. And I don't appreciate that, and we can get into that later. But it was just like, I'm still just like, what the fuck? Like, yeah. I'm very confused. And one of the videos that like has gotten really big and still to this day gets tons of likes is a headcanon from an account called Brand New Wings. Her name is Mem, and she came up with a headcanon about yoga with Hawks, and about how like she was like, you're doing yoga, right? Hawks watches you, right? Like, you're doing yoga, and he like comes out and checks on you and stuff, and is just staring at you while you're doing yoga, and you're like, oh, do you want to join? He's like, no, I just like to watch. Ugh. And that's it. And so like I drew it out and everything, and had to split it into 2 parts, but like it's just funny. And that's like where one of the other stickers that I came up with, and it's just like Hawks's eyes, and then it just says target locked underneath it.
Swiggity swooty going after that booty.
Exactly.
Jeez.
So like, I don't know, it's so crazy and interesting how I got into it, and I am loving every minute of it, because I feel like, if anything, and then like even early on, I was telling my best friend this, again, who has no like idea what, like, she knows what anime is. She's watched some anime and stuff too, but she's not as into it as I am. Uh-huh. was telling her about it, and she the thing I was telling her about was the fact that, like, in Yagami's audios that she does with the characters, even if it's going to be NSFW at the end of it, there is still she has an affinity to put in as much, I guess, like, positivity onto the listener from the character, and I eat that shit up like it's cake. Like, I just love it so much. I love how, like, caring how much care and, like, effort she puts into making the listener feel good, as far as, oh, you look really pretty today, or, like, I love this about you, or whatever it is, and, like, I'm getting, like, super, like, cute and, like, fluffy about it, but, like, it's just, like, things like that I don't hear in my daily life. And I feel like it's something that we end up missing out on, especially in this pandemic that we're living in. But the fact that, like, you don't hear body positivity, especially during those moments, I feel like. And so that's just something that not only I think I made a video about how much of a positive impact she has given me. I feel like the gift of realization about how much confidence I can have in myself, and I will never not appreciate her, and I will tell literally everybody this, like, she has given me my confidence back just by the simple fact that, like, she puts out these audios saying, oh, you can be the best, you are the best, like, people are going to tell you how shitty you are all day, but at the end of the day, they don't know who you are. You know who you are, and you're doing a fabulous job. Keep doing you, type thing. And I just love that. And like I said, it doesn't matter if it's a comfort audio or if it's an NSFW audio. She does that for every single one of them. And it just... And everybody jokes about how their standards are now raised.
Standards for men.
Standards for men, and I'm telling this to a man. But, like, just the fact that, like, I know what I want, and I appreciate that. And
that's good. That's good.
I will not, like, cave on that. I know what makes me feel good. I know what I want as far as, like, just a general relationship, how to be treated and stuff like that even goes, and I'm not compromising on that shit anymore. I refuse to now, so end rant right now.
Well, what I have to say about my experiences with Yagami Yato is actually more of wow, I'm gonna restart that. My experiences with Yagami Yato is more of a self-proclaimed rivalry. And there is no hatred and there's no resentment. But I will tell you that after we take a short break.
Off with a clap and then laugh.
I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but it's all these little technical things that I do for myself, because when I have you send me the audio later, it'll be it'll be crisp and clean, and everything will fit, and I got to listen back to get rid of flubs that we might do. But anyway, yes. Before the break, I gave a little bit of a tease that that I have a self-proclaimed rivalry with Yagami Yato. And that's because I started... Oh, by the way, you could follow us on TikTok. Hannah, go ahead and give your TikTok.
Mine is Betwixt Han. It's we're gonna have to put it in writing, but it sounds like it's spelled how it sounds. Betwixt Han. with 2 N's.
And then I am at Doki Doki Jukebox on TikTok. So I started TikTok, I want to say almost a year ago. I think I started in late December. And I started by doing, I actually started by doing voice acting. That was what I was doing. And I did impressions of like Mickey Mouse, the grandma from SpongeBob, chocolate. That's what I started off doing. And it didn't get me anywhere, obviously.
Oh.
And so after months of doing that and just going with a grind and just making comedy videos and things that I wanted to do, I eventually got into doing more anime stuff. Like I was like, oh, I love anime. Let's bring anime into this. And so I did a video where I basically was making fun of the voices of My Hero Academia, or just like what characters sound like. And I did a Shoto impression, and people loved it. And that's where I was like, it's like, you sound like Shoto. And I was like, oh shit. And so I started doing it more. And then I started practicing other voices. Shigaraki was second, but like no one really was into it. So I kept with Shoto until I got sick of Shoto. And then I started doing other voices. But in between all of that, I would always get comments asking if I was Yagami Yato.
Oh.
And I was like, fucking who?
Who's this bitch?
This was also before Yagami Yato blew up. I was like, no, I'm not who this person. I don't know who this is. And so maybe after the 10th comment, I finally Googled who Yagami, because I thought it was like some anime character or like some anime voice, and I was like, who the fuck are you talking about? And so finally Googled, and then I found out it was an ASMR artist on YouTube, and she did these different audios and stuff, and that's all I knew about, and I didn't care, and I was just like, this is cool. And then all the sexual stuff came out, like the more intense audios, and I was like, this is stuff you could do.
You didn't know, Tyler?
I was just like, this is a format. But anyway, I would always get so sick of people, and still it happens. It doesn't happen as much anymore, just because she has her own TikTok now, and so people don't ask because she's on TikTok now, and so people fucking know. But I was just so tired of it, of being compared to this person that I had no idea who this was, and I was like, I'm very different, it's like I don't do this, I'm more on, I don't know, the jokey side. I joke about things, and I was just so annoyed. And people also compare me to the actual voice actors too, which I think is cool in a sense, but I have zero identity online because of Yagami Yato and other voice actors, because people think I'm them. And my biggest problem that I have online is that, like, hey, are you the voice actor? And I go, fuck no. And then they stop talking to me. And that's, I mean, I'm not like, I don't say fuck no. I'm just more or less like, hey, no, I'm not. I do impressions. And then just radio silence. And it's like, okay, bye. And it's like, okay, well, fuck me, I guess. I don't know. I guess, whatever, man. There was one person who made a little animation thing, a little art animation thing. I don't know why I'm saying like that, but they made this video using one of my audios, and then they made a follow-up video basically like, oh, I used this so-and-so's audio, and what if he sees it? And it's just like, and I commented, I was like, hey, did see it. I'm not the actual voice actor of this character, but I did the impression. It's my audio. They deleted the video.
Oh no.
And I was just like, fuck you, I guess. It was just.
Then why would you put that in like the description or whatever? I hope I want him to see it, but then
because they thought because they think I'm the actual because people think I'm the actual voice actor, and that's where my problem then here lie.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Like.
And so I have
don't have a rivalry with her now.
Well.
Do you? God.
Well, there's a little bit. Well, I don't listen. I'm not into Yagami Yato like everybody else is. I know of Yagami Yato, and but also at the same time, I'm not into it like everybody else is. Like you had your very sweet speech about how your life is better because of Yagami Yato. To be fair, she's just kind of just there. You know, she's a creator that I respect, and I very much want to get out of the shadow of, because that's where I kind of feel. I mean, I do my audios very differently than she does, and there's differences. My followers and my subs on YouTube definitely know the difference between a Doki audio and a Yagami audio.
Can get it together.
So it's just like I'm just very much trying to not be so Yagami centric to where like you can't see the blinds. So I'm just like I'm trying to break away, you know. But you know, she does it the best, you know. So it's kind of hard when this is going to be very on brand for My Hero Academia when you're trying to catch up to the number one. So,
oh my God, yes.
So I don't know. I just like it's a lot of growth for me. So I'm just trying to grow out of the number one's shadow.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean that can go towards like even like for artists and stuff. You know, I mean there are tons of people who do these little pet name stickers. But I feel like, I mean, we all have our different styles and everything. I feel like with voice acting though, not everybody is as trained as like certain people are. Like you're trained to know what your voice sounds like versus what Yagami Yato sounds like versus what the actual VA sounds like. But like to the untrained ear, they all sound the same or very, very similar. But like for me and you, like, Lord, I know that like your Shigaraki and her Shigaraki and the actual Shigaraki do not sound the same. But, you know, for somebody who's just like, oh my God, it's Shigaraki, you know, like that type of thing. Like they don't know that shit.
It's the fun with the personality, you know?
Yes. And like, I mean, I don't listen to the Shigaraki audios just because like they're just I don't.
Wow.
I don't listen to hers. Yours is funny as shit, and I love listening to yours.
It's because mine has a mommy kink. Mine has a mommy kink, and it's really funny. Mine is very much a masochist sub, and it's just like.
It cracks me up too because I'm just like because I can see it. I could actually see that happening. But like, I mean, like I said, we all those who know, like if you know type thing, we know the difference. So I 100% understand and agree with you wanting to not be in the shadow.
Okay, so we have about 20-ish minutes left. I think we should talk about what our name should be.
Oh, God, yeah, what our podcast name should be.
Do you have any ideas? I had a funny name that I totally have forgotten.
Of course.
It's gone from my mind. It probably wasn't even that funny because I don't fucking remember it anymore.
We could call it for shits and giggles.
Shits and giggles.
Oh my God. No.
Ugh, it's good. It's good. Unfortunately, we will never be searched, so.
It's true. We want to be searched. Oh my God. Jesus. What was it? Oh, you said a podcast without a name. I kind of like that too.
A podcast without a name. I said that. I think I said that in the beginning because I was just
you
like,
did.
Because I was trying to intro, but I was like, what the fuck are we doing? We had no plan. And I mean, shits and giggles is perfect. Like, honest to God,
Right.
Shits and giggles is perfect. But let me do a quick Google search.
Okay, just make sure.
There is a Shits and Giggles podcast on Spotify.
Damn it.
That's disappointing.
That's upsetting.
It was perfect. It was so good. It was perfect. But apparently some assholes already got it, so I was also gonna like censor it, and we could be like called Shoots and Giggles. That's make it search safe.
Shoots and Giggles.
Shoots and Giggles, but whatever. Fuck. There's not gonna be a better name.
I'm too good at this.
Damn. Well.
Oh my god. Shit. I don't know what all we're gonna be talking about, so I don't want to generalize it and be like,
no, exactly.
We're just gonna talk about anime.
Part of it, that's just episode 1 and why we started doing it. I feel like we should get into centric with that because this is why we're doing the podcast. Mm-hmm. So our friend group, Pornhub Paradise, shout out, told us we should do a podcast because of our laughs. So I feel like the Giggle Buddies?
The Giggle Buddies. What?
Wait. What is this?
Wait a second.
Okay, no, it's some stupid Facebook page called Laughter Yoga.
What? Or what
so
about
the Giggle Buddies is available.
Good to know. We'll table it.
The Giggle Buddies.
And then the one that I was going to use with my best friend, because my best friend and I, our conversations kind of go similarly to yours and mine, Tyler. We were going to call it Okay Cool. That was just going to be it. Let me see. I think I wrote down.
Well, maybe bounce off of that.
Other ones.
Maybe Fair Enough.
Fair Enough. Yes.
Do you like?
Oh my god.
Do you like Fair Enough?
Fair Enough. Fair Enough. Yes.
Oh my god. The thing is, Fair Enough is something that I say all the fucking time. I think I've said it like 8 times in this podcast alone.
I always say fair. That's fair.
Fair. Fair enough. I like Fair Enough.
Fair enough. Let's go with that.
All right. Perfect. That's awesome.
Yay.
Well, let's outro it. We got a name. We had a great episode. That was fun. Hannah, thank you so much for creating this beautiful podcast. To everybody that is listening, thank you so much for attending and listening. And we'll catch you in the next episode of Fair Enough.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.